I am Jennifer Area, and this is Artifact 1. The standard is 1.1, ISTE Criterion 2. The standard is to set professional learning goals. I had two goals while working on my specialist degree. Goal 1 is to identify, explore, evaluate, and curate digital tools and resources appropriate for teaching and learning in the middle school classroom. Goal 2 is to keep my students engaged in learning the content standards by integrating multiple technology opportunities into my lessons. I have met these goals and have also been inspired to continue my exploration of resources that will promote student engagement. For Goal 1, my professors provided links and assignments that guided and pushed me to explore more resources than I ever would have attempted on my own. My fellow educators shared resources. My mentor, who is the IT and innovation coach for our school, helped me on many occasions to find technology tools. Field experiences and school district professional development also helped me in my exploration. Here are just a few examples of some of the tools that I became very familiar with and used frequently with my students. There are more extensions and add-ons that I could possibly include here. Students were fascinated by the electronic die I created by using Scratch code to program a microbit. Instead of rolling a regular six-sided number cube, students shook the microbit. We used it to calculate simple probability and to compare theoretical probability with experimental probability. The only problem I had with this was students were fighting over the opportunity to shake the microbit. Here is one example of a lesson plan that integrated multiple technology opportunities that proved to be engaging and empowering for students. The lesson started with an essential question, proceeded with modeling and guided practice, then moved on to a formative assessment developed on Google Sheets. You can see the image of the student working on the formative assessment. Afterwards, students chose 3 out of 5 online activities listed here. Their Google Classroom also had a menu of assignments if extra practice was needed. I found that providing students choices of which tools to use was a simple but powerful way to promote engagement. The link to the entire lesson can be found below this video. Artifact 1 also represents Standard 4.2 ISTE Criterion 13, co-learn with students about a new digital tool. I have 3 examples that show me co-learning with students. The first is a lesson where we used Scratch coding to create storyboards where at least 2 characters had to explain triangle theorems to each other. We watched many videos at scratch.mit.edu and on YouTube to learn the basics of how Scratch coding works. Prior to our first class, I created a very basic storyboard to use as a model. I projected it on the board and kept it there so that students could see me working to improve it while they got started on their own storyboards. For troubleshooting, the students and I worked together to figure out how to make something work. We asked class members if they had figured it out, we visited the website help link, and we searched for more videos. Here is a student showing off her completed storyboard with 2 friends explaining triangle theorems to each other. It takes computational thinking to get the timing correctly programmed, and she did an excellent job. ClassKick became a favorite online tool for students. The dashboard allowed me to see all student work at the same time and provide in-time feedback. Students worked more diligently because they could see their peers earning the green light, and it motivated them to correctly complete the problems. We found that Chromebooks sometimes don't like to open ClassKick. I created a power wash station to fix the problem. Students reported that by power washing in my room, their devices worked better in all classes. In previous years, students frequently asked to play GameKits in my room. I declined because I had not yet learned how to use the tool. This year, I bit the bullet, and I am so glad that I did. It is an excellent way to engage learners. When students learned that I am not a gamer, they delighted in beating me down to the bottom of the leaderboard. It boosted their confidence to see that Mrs. Airy is not an expert in everything, and their math skills exceeded mine when put to the GimKit test. Prior to this year, I made sure that I explored every aspect of any digital tool before introducing it in the classroom. When introducing Scratch and GimKit, I was not the expert in the room. I felt unprepared, and this was extremely uncomfortable. I also had doubts about my students with disabilities being able to develop needed skills. My students have a wide array of learning disabilities. Technology sometimes presents frustrating and challenging roadblocks. Despite the challenges, letting myself learn with the kids turned out to be an amazing experience. We had fun together, and my confidence in my IT skills increased as I realized that it's okay to figure things out. No one is an expert in everything all the time. Most importantly, students improved their computational thinking skills. Their confidence grew, and they became more engaged learners.